Hello. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to our Lessons in Living Character seminar. By now, you should have gone through the lesson preparation and planning on page 34 of your manual. I trust you have done the exercises and you have begun to apply these principles to your life. Like we said, this is the Hebrew method of teaching character. This is taking a practical principle and applying it to your life so that it changes you and gives you the ability to teach from your own experience the quality. So I trust that you have learned much through this principle of generosity. I would like you to turn to page 36, and you will see there the student lesson plan that is there. Now, we've put together student workbooks that go with these student questions for each quality. And I would like to introduce them to you. I will go through this quite quickly, but I want to give you an overview of them. As you know, we are teaching 9 qualities: attentiveness, obedience, truthfulness, gratefulness, generosity, orderliness, forgiveness, sincerity, and the quality of virtue. So we have prepared for the student a workbook that goes with each of these qualities. This is your book for the teacher, and this is the student workbook. Now, this student workbook has on the front the definition for the quality, which is very key for you to teach the child. That will be the first thing that you will teach them. And then you will see inside, you will see each lesson has a coloring. This is Samuel. A set of questions. The practical application according to the Hebrew method of learning that we learn by thoughts, by attitudes, by words, and by actions. And then you will help the child to teach others what they are experiencing in their own life. So this lesson talks about how God the Father is the most attentive. Then we see the life of Jonah and how Jonah was not attentive. Each of these lessons you will see a memory verse, and then you will see the song that is also a character song. This particular lesson has the I Will See song, which is the song that teaches the 6 different ways of learning. Remember in our session, in our training, we said that we can learn 6 different ways: by what we see, by what we hear, by what we say, by our writing, by our doing, and by our teaching others. So I would use this to reinforce this song with your students. This is a core song of the teaching method of this curriculum. So I would teach this song first, and then you can teach other character songs as well. You will also see Adam and Eve, a lesson on Adam and Eve. Again, the questions, the application, and the teaching others. A memory verse and the student's notes. Then we have the life of the great missionary William Carey. The questions, the application, the teaching others, the memory verse, and a place for student notes. Then we have the prodigal son, the questions, the practical application, and the teaching others. And then you will see the attentiveness song that's there on the back. This is the obedience lesson. And as we have with all these qualities, this is the workbook, with the definition in the front, the questions in the inside, and then of course the song is there in the back. This is truthfulness, with the truthfulness bulletin. This is gratefulness, with the gratefulness workbook, definition in the front, song in the back, questions, and the coloring inside. Then we also have generosity and the generosity workbook. We have orderliness and the orderliness workbook. All of these workbooks are laid out the same. We have the quality of forgiveness and the quality and the workbook of forgiveness. We have sincerity, and we have the definition of sincerity there. And then lastly, we have the definition of virtue, and we have the workbook of virtue. Now remember, we are teaching these methods according to the Hebrew method of learning. Remember, we said that the Greek method is understanding only mental knowledge. But the Hebrew method is different. And that's the application of what we know in our mind as knowledge to our life. And we learn that when that happens, that's when we understand that we really know something. And we know it because we have experienced it. And this is what we want for children. We want them to begin to experience the blessings and the joys of applying these principles in their life. And then to be able to share their life experience with others. In this page 37, you will see the song that goes with this lesson. This song is also in a songbook that will be made available to you, which has the character songs in it. You will see there's piano chords there, of course, and there's also guitar chords that are there for anyone that can play guitar. So on page 37 and 38 is the song about a man named Mac who did not share his wealth with others. It's a very cute song for children. On page 39 is an evaluation tool that I've provided for you and the other teachers, which helps you to evaluate at what level the child is learning. It helps you to see the growth of the development of character in the child's life. If you are a teacher, you can sit with the parent perhaps. And if you are teaching the child, you can evaluate the child's conduct together. You, the teacher, and the parent together, and see if it's only a mental understanding, if the child only understands mentally the principles of character, or if they are beginning to apply the principles in their life, or if they are showing a strong commitment to continue to apply the principles in their life. Or if they have a consistency, if they have a full commitment, it's becoming a part of their life. And then the fifth level is where the student is actually teaching, sharing voluntarily with others what they are learning. And according to the Hebrew method, then we know the child really understands the principle and really is living the principle. This is very key because once we teach a child this principle of how to learn something by experiencing that principle in their life, if they are at maybe a 7 or 8-year-old level, that same principle will apply to them no matter their age in life. So this is very key in teaching character, because this principle of generosity or truthfulness or gratefulness will continue to make a difference for their life, no matter what age they are. And this same principle is like a seed that you plant in them. And if you water that seed or that principle in their life and encourage it, then you will see it grow in their life. As they grow in their age, their character will also develop in a wonderful way. So I encourage you as a parent, take the time to plant the seed of these character qualities in the lives of your children. Even though they're small, begin to plant that principle deep in them and encourage it. Now, on that page 39, you'll see an award there. That's an award for generosity. And that is to be given to the child when you begin to recognize the character quality in their life. And you will see there, for understanding, doing, and teaching others the character quality of generosity. Now you will see also in the middle of the page that we have given a recommendation. If it is a school setting, that perhaps a teacher could evaluate a student, their character conduct according to A, which would be excellent, B, which would be good, C would be average, and D would be poor. And my challenge is to teachers to look at how character affects academics. I believe many times poor character will be reflected in poor academics. In other words, if a child's attitude is bad, their grades will also reflect this. And so character is very important to be a part of education. And I believe by tracking the relationship of character to academics, there is a direct relationship. Good character produces good academics. Bad character will also be reflected in poor grades. And in that way, you can encourage other teachers, maybe even the school where you are a teacher, to teach principles of character, good character to children. And these seeds will benefit them their whole life. Thank you so much for your time. Let's take a break here. You can go into your groups and to discuss these materials and how best you can use them in the setting that you have. Until next session, God bless you.